Hello, this video showcases CCC in intumescent cataract. This is my approach to a 55-year-old Malay gentleman with right eye intumescent cataract. First, only a paracentesis wound is created. After an adequate staining of anterior capsule, the anterior chamber is filled with viscoelastic agent. Take note of the highly pressurized anterior capsule as I fill the anterior chamber with viscoelastic agent. Also, notice the pupillary margin and how dilated it gets as the anterior chamber is being pressurized. This is an attempt to try to flatten the anterior capsule as much as possible prior to needle decompression. Over here, I try to do a sweeping movement to flatten the anterior part prior to needle decompression. Needle decompression is now done over the central area with immediate aspiration of as much intralenticular matter as possible. This is to try to reduce the high intralenticular pressure so that we can flatten the anterior capsule for a safe and controlled CCC creation later. Main wound creation using keratome is done only after needle decompression, and then this is followed by further needle decompression over the focal area of nasal and inferior nasal region to flatten those areas of focal elevation seen. I'm using OVD cannula now to assess the capsular flattening at mid-periphery region, after which I could perform the CCC safely and in a well-controlled manner. This would then be followed by phaco as usual. This next case is an elderly lady with left eye intumescent cataract. Needle decompression is done. After needle decompression, a central peak is seen with elevated mid-peripheral anterior capsule. I did the capsular milking to flatten these areas to allow for a flat anterior capsule mid-periphery for a more well-controlled CCC creation. Due to the nature of intumescent cataract, the most challenging step is the creation of a well-sized, round-centered CCC. In this video, the principle I would like to highlight is to try to achieve a flat anterior capsule by creating a highly pressurized and stable anterior chamber, as well as decompressing intralenticular pressure through needle and mechanical decompression. Prof. Chisun Pek describes the steps of capsular milking technique, where OVD and gentle sweeping movements are used to flatten the central dome of the anterior capsule. Needle decompression with immediate aspiration of liquefied cortex is then followed by milking of liquefied cortex from the mid-periphery to flatten the mid-peripheral capsule. This is a case where no capsular milking is performed after needle decompression. During CCC creation, the capsule has a tendency to run out. This was also described by Prof. Chi, where there is residual intralenticular forces in the mid-periphery because it is not yet flattened. So that can cause increased risk of runaway capsular rhexis if capsular milking is not done. And you can see in this case, the capsule did have a tendency to run out and finally did at the subincisional space. OVD was immediately injected to flatten the anterior capsule, followed by decompressing area of concern, and then CCC could be continued safely. This diagram illustrated what happened earlier, where there is residual intralenticular forces in the mid-periphery causing runaway capsular rhexis. Needle decompression is not without risk. Always be wary of uncontrolled tear, as seen here, or risk of uncontrolled extension during manipulation. In summary, the main principle is to try to achieve a flat anterior capsule prior to CCC creation. This could be done by just ensuring a highly pressurized stable anterior chamber by creating a paracentesis wound first. Heavy OVD would be helpful. This would be able to match the intralenticular pressure, followed by central needle decompression and mechanical decompression using capsular milking. However, always be careful during needle decompression. Thank you.